Thought it was 2 good wins there, and then we versed Pinkerton, which is expected to have a game like that, but they're a tough team. I thought we fought hard against it, but for us to go into break with a 2-1 record, no matter who we versed, is good for the kids. They need to have that confidence, and we'll take the wins where we can get them.
We felt pretty good. We definitely thought we could get to the next level that we weren't really at yet. So we just took the break to recollect ourselves and work on the things that were most important and get to the next level that we feel like we need to be in order to be successful this season. So
it definitely felt good. It's a great start to the season, and we're just looking to keep getting wins where we can, just squeezing in the wins. So, because we want to make playoffs this year.
It's definitely good to get the 2 wins. Obviously, they weren't as pretty as we would have liked them to be. We definitely wanted our press to be a lot more disciplined than it was, and that way we can get our offense going. Because once our press is good, we get steals, and then that turns into our offense. So, having those first couple of games, it was good to see what we needed to work on for our press and just how we're gonna play as together as a team.
Leading into the break, although we didn't play our best game at Timberlane, it was still something that we took a lot from. And what I like most about this team, or one of the many things I like about this team, we've had 3 or 4 film sessions already. It's silent, the kids are listening, and it's not silent because they're falling asleep. We're getting a lot out of film. So the kids are attuned to what we need to do, what we're trying to do, and we're improving not just in practice, not just during games. It's things such as yoga and film sessions. So we're in a good spot with a long way to go.
I mean, any win is a good win. Doesn't really matter to the team. Last year we went on a losing stretch to some subpar teams that we should have beat, and it affected us come playoff time. Had to play the 1 seed rather than a lower seed, so it comes into effect later on.
I felt good. Obviously, being one of 3 teams to be 3-0 going to the break was good for us. But like you said, all the teams are just a lot of the top 8-10 teams are just all neck and neck. Anyone can beat anyone. Anyone can beat anyone on any given night. So we just got to go out there every night and play hard and play our game and know that we're not just going to be able to walk through and beat anybody.
You play 3 games, you win 3 games. I hope no coach would ever complain about that. So we were happy with that. Still, like every coach would tell you, a long way to go. The break worked out, got some good practices in. The Christmas tournament, always nice to get some kids some playing time, and anytime we can get a North-South final, that's a good thing. But
I'm going to leave notes with mine on how I want it done. You can, because I don't want something to mess it up. Thank you, Chip Chair.
thank you. We have one of the best teachers beyond Nashua. Robin Peringer has been an art teacher in the district for forever. She is still a fantastic teacher, and she's been running Empty Bowls for years. It's decades, I think. It's a fundraiser that goes directly and benefits directly the Nashua Soup Kitchen.
I kind of want it.
At the end of practice, front and center.
Yeah, man, another 3 in practice, yeah. And 2 for 2. No, cheers.
When we started, there's only 60 people that came to this event. Now we have 600 people a year that come to this event. So what we do as the students of Nashua High School South is we make all the bowls out of clay. And I'll tell you, the community can't wait to come and buy the bowls that they know the students have made. They love them. So they buy their ticket, they come to the event. All 700 bowls are going to be laid out for them to choose the one that they think is calling their name. And then they go into the event in our cafeteria. We have about 35 restaurants, local restaurants, that donate the soup and the bread, and our jazz band plays. So it's a really nice night, and we donate all of our proceeds to the National Soup Kitchen Shelter. So you're all going to help out with that, so thank you so much. Now, when we make these clay bowls, first of all, when we start at the bottom, we can't start, we're going to be working coils, which are these rope-like lengths of clay. When we start at the bottom, though, it has to be a slab, so it's going to be like a pancake. So make your X's no thicker than a pencil. That's about the size you want the thickest potatoes. You'll notice I'm Xing a little bit on the sides, a tiny bit.
Robin sent out an email to the staff and said, hey, we're making bowls. we're always looking for something to do for community service. And the day they were doing it was the third day of tryouts, the day, unfortunately, the worst day of the year for coaches when we make cuts. So we couldn't, so I just reached out to her. Hoop team would love to come in. So she was open arms, let us come in. When I went through the process, we had a great time.
Team bonding, we're all really good friends. The past 2 years, we built a good relationship, and it's good to have those moments just to be outside of basketball and kind of see who each other are without the basketball in our hands. But it's also, we were doing a good cause for the community, so that's always something that we do a lot of, and I take pride in, and Coach Mass takes pride in as a team as well. So I think that was really good, really cool.
It was a fun experience. I mean, I like doing artwork, and it was for a good cause, so it was worth it.
Great time. And not only is it for a fantastic cause, that's exactly why we do it, the team bonding. We have several kids who were part of the program last year, but a few kids who weren't. So getting those kids acclimated and understanding this goes well beyond basketball, and anytime we can do some type of outreach and help the community in any way, we're going to. And as you said, yeah, it's difficult with all of the responsibilities the kids already have, and then our season and the film sessions and the travel to games and weight room and practice, just trying to find something where we can, an hour and 15 minutes, they had a great time, and they learned from a fantastic teacher.
Also helps like playing North early on because that's like the biggest game of the season in terms of like crowd. Helps to like get the younger guys playing in that environment, but definitely sucks that couldn't come away with the W because I know even though we learn, I know everybody takes it as a loss because everybody wants to beat them.
Like you said, we want to go out there and win every game, but that's obviously not. It's realistic, but you're not going to win every game. We played a very well coached National North team, and we ran into that, and they're very good. They're talented, so we went out there. We didn't execute our best, and we just got to be better executing our offense.
The fact that we were 3-0 and North was 0-3 meant nothing. Rivalry games are always that way, the great equalizer. So it was a game where we made plenty of mistakes, had a great film session afterward, and learned from it. So yes, you win or you learn. That's a good way to look at it. We can take away that, and I truly believe this, there are a handful, if that, games this year, and I don't even know if we could say this, one or two maybe games where you think, all right, not that anything's an automatic win, but it's the flip side of every night this year is going to be a battle. As we've talked about before, I ran out of fingers coming up with teams that could compete for a championship this year. So understanding rivalry game, but 0-3, 3-0, doesn't matter. You have to go play good basketball no matter what.
Many things. One is figuring out who we are, what's our identity, what's gonna, be the thing that really makes us stand out and gives us an edge against teams. So we're still trying to figure that out, and we're getting better at that. But I think sometimes we just start slow. We wait for moments to give us momentum in games. We wait for Nicole to go get a triple-double in a game to spark some reaction on the bench and to spark some teammates hungry to go win in the game. And sometimes if we don't have that, we're kind of starting slow. So I think we can't rely on a moment to kind of bring us up. We have to kind of do it together as a team, and especially for this team, it's going to take everyone if we want to get some wins.
We definitely thought that our third quarter was where we need to be and how we need to play all the time, and we were playing we were down, and we knew we needed to get back up and figure out a way to get back in the game. But I think sometimes we come out slow and it's 0-0 and we're just kind of not we don't have much urgency, we don't have much intensity. So that's definitely a big thing that we've been trying to work on and get to playing like we did in the third quarter, like in the fourth quarter, like all the time throughout the entire game, just consistently.
Because we all like feed off of each other, and once we started to get our steals and our press, it was like definitely feeding into our offense. Like we were getting so many steals and they weren't even getting a chance to shoot in that third quarter. So it's good to see like we know where we need to be, and that's just how we need to start playing all the time.
I think it started with our defense. Like we pressured them and they were turning the ball over, and most of our points came from our press and making them turn the ball over. But I think just coming out and like with more intensity with our press is going to lead to our offense, and then once we start hitting shots, like then we're good. So
We're having the mindset now, like we've been saying the last couple of practices, like have the mindset like you're down by 20 all the time. Always have that fight in you, like just play like you're down by 20, because when you play 0-0, like you feel comfortable. Like we're gonna have to like be uncomfortable to like step out of our comfort zones and like really push to like just the next possession, like have a good possession, focus on like the good shots and not just like throwing the ball away. So just like chipping away, keep chipping away in the games, and then we come back. So.
happy it happens. I think at some point in the season, there's a really hard moment that happens, and it depends what game that's going to happen in and where we have to learn and grow. And for it to happen to us in 2 games that don't really matter, at the end of the day, as much as we wanted to win those games, we absolutely wanted to win those games. But if it's not counting towards the record and us having a moment where we can learn from some of these things, we started off, I think our last game against North, we scored 3 points in the first quarter, scored another 3 points in the second quarter. So we needed that. And I thought we had a really good week of practice to follow that, and the girls are responding really well.
We definitely learned a lot because we started off very slow in both games, so we really worked on we need to be playing down, that's our mentality. We were playing down all the time because we were getting a little too comfortable when we were just starting off the game. So we just needed to have a more competitive fire underneath us. Even at practice, that's where it's gonna start from. So we worked on the practices after break, just being more competitive, and hopefully that'll transition into our games.
We definitely learned a lot. We came out slow in a lot of the games, and honestly, I feel like we have a fire underneath us now. We got we got kind of crushed out there. A lot of the games, it was ugly. A couple possessions, it wasn't good. So just moving on from that, we've had a lot of decent, really good practices last couple of days, and we're just moving on from that. We're not gonna play it down on that level again this season. So it's just, I'm looking forward to just keep it, improving. That was definitely we needed that though. We needed to get beaten up a little bit to finally have some fight in us.
I think if we went into that North game and we had 4 quarters that looked like the first 2, we would have been in a really tough spot moving forward. To see them respond at halftime showed me that we have a special group that wants to fight, that wants to compete, that has pride playing in this gym, and that has to do a lot with the leadership that we have with Marin, Karina, even Addie stepping up, Nicole steps up, and Brooke. They're some good leaders on this team, and they're learning too, just like the younger ones are. So it's a good opportunity for all of us to have that moment at halftime and see what we can do in order to respond in a game like that.